I don't know about you, but I love being alone. I love exercising alone, doing things alone, going to the library alone, working alone, traveling alone, and I like being by myself. But I wonder, is it because I'm just tired of people in general, or maybe there's just always so much going on in my life that I like being alone just so I can rest? So anyways, I love being alone, and here are 4 reasons why you should also embrace aloneness. I don't even know that's a word. You can truly discover yourself and explore new things and really figure out who you are as a person and also who you want to be. Yeah, I find that like without any distractions, like I am just so comfortable by myself because I feel like there's nobody putting pressure on me to like do a certain thing. And I love my time alone because I can just daydream and think about what do I want to do and think about just how I want to live my life. There are a lot of articles online that actually talk about why being alone is so good. And in one of the articles that I read, Beth Cooper from Quartz said that the fact that solitude enables people to daydream and reflect on their lives also means that it's associated with self-transformation, as psychologists Christopher Long and James Averill note in their theoretical paper, Solitude, an Exploration of Benefits of Being Alone. So I'm not just a YouTuber telling you like, hey, it's good to be alone. Like this is actually backed by science, backed by psychology. There are so many articles written about why it's so good to be alone for personal development and getting to know yourself. When I was in university, I actually read a lot of travel blogs like during my alone time, and that's kind of how I figured out I really wanted to travel more, and not just travel, but like travel and work and have like a digital nomad lifestyle, which is actually the lifestyle that I'm trying to achieve right now with this YouTube channel and with all the things that I'm doing in my business. Oh my God, my throat is so dry. I also read a ton of personal development books, and I developed a reading habit, which I have made a video about how to start a reading habit if you want to learn. But like reading these books and all of these stories about what people have done with their lives really inspired me to think about what I want to do with my life, to just chase after my dreams, because in all of these books I saw all of these other people like really doing the thing that they wanted to do. It doesn't have to be travel, it doesn't have to be starting a business, but people who just went out and did things. By the way, I know in this video I'm talking about being alone, but it's not the same thing as being lonely. So it's 2 separate things, and yeah, just wanted to clarify that. So when you're alone, you are actually more creative. Did you know that? So I read this book recently, and this book isn't a book about like being alone or anything. It's a book actually about productivity, but there is a section in this book about creativity, and it's super cool because it talks about how like when people are trying to be more creative, you need to like step away from things and you need to allow the connections and the inspiration to simmer. Like you can't be just like doing your work really intensely. Like you have to be relaxed, and that's how you're going to be creative. So I found that really interesting because I actually do think that when I am by myself, I am more creative, but I think that also comes with me being relaxed when I'm by myself. Like I don't have to talk to anyone, or I don't have to be under pressure to do anything. And there are also like research studies that have talked about this. So there's one from the University of Buffalo, and they found that some people who prefer to be alone have higher tendencies towards creativity. So diving deeper into this study, there are 3 reasons why people withdraw. So the first reason is out of fear or anxiety, which is associated with shyness. The second one is those that are considered socially avoidant because they dislike social interaction. And the third one is the people who withdraw due to non-fearful preferences for solitude. And this last group, so the third group, is called unsociable because they enjoy spending time alone. And by the way, I'm like just quoting this entrepreneur article, like pretty much word for word. And it's so interesting because the group of people who withdraw and they want to be alone because of non-fearful preferences for solitude. So it's not like they're escaping from something. It's not like they don't really like people and they're like socially anxious. It's that they really enjoy having solitude. These people actually tend to be more creative. I don't know, it's interesting, right? So I mentioned before how like I split my time between 3 different places, my dad's, my mom's, and my boyfriend's. And right now in this room where I'm recording, this is my dad's place where I spend more time alone, because when I'm at my mom's place, sometimes she distracts me, sometimes my cat distracts me. When I'm with my boyfriend, like we're also like trying to do things together. So it's really in this room where I actually have the best ideas. And just yesterday, I wrote this video outline, but I also wrote 2 other video outlines in just one day because I don't know, I just had suddenly a burst of inspiration and I had like all of these different ideas come. Oh yeah, and then you also have no idea how many good ideas I've had while just running by myself or showering. Being alone also helps with your mental health in general, even if you're an extrovert, because people who are extroverted still need time to process information. And like, I totally feel this when I like am out the entire day and then I come home and then all of a sudden I feel like, oh my God, I can like breathe if I'm, just like with so many people all at once, especially if it's like the weekend, I'm with friends. And like, don't get me wrong, I love being with other people. It's like really fun. And I love hanging out with people. It's not just like feeling tired, but it's feeling like I always have to be on when I'm with people. Maybe it feels more like this because I am introvert and I feel like I need more time to like recharge by myself, but I can totally feel it. And I just feel like if I don't have time to myself, then I'm gonna go crazy because I don't know, I might just be super stressed and like anxious. Another thing is, even if I'm just like with my family or with my boyfriend, like people I'm really, really comfortable with, I still feel like I need to be alone. I don't know, it's weird. Like I am really, really comfortable with them. I feel like they're not putting pressure on me to like talk to them or like, I don't know, do a certain thing. But I feel like even then I still need time to be alone. Oh, let me know in the comments, like, what do you guys like to do by yourself when it's like your alone time? When you're alone, you can gain a lot more self-confidence. So I did look into this and you can see just like these articles saying like how good it is for your self-confidence, because when you're alone, you're like processing your thoughts. And even if you're an extrovert, like you need this time alone, because when you're out with people, you are gaining a lot of information. Like you are a sponge, just like absorbing everything. And you really need this time alone in order to work through everything and kind of like just process all the information. And when you're with yourself, you're like pretty much just alone with your thoughts and your own thinking and the stuff going on in your mind. So I think that's why people who aren't really comfortable being by themselves have low self-esteem, because they can't stand being with their own thoughts and being with themselves because they're not comfortable with themselves. And you are actually less self-conscious when you spend more time with yourself, because you get to know yourself more, you get to know your thoughts. And yeah, it's pretty cool, because I kind of knew that I love being alone, but it wasn't until I was like researching for this video that I found all of these articles talking about all the benefits of being alone. So being alone can help with self-confidence, but there's actually a lot of other things that can help with self-confidence as well. So make sure you watch this video right here, because I explain how I was a super unconfident person and now I am confident. Like, what was this entire journey like? So I talk about it in this video.